FAQ, frequently asked questions. Why is this so important? And how do you store it in here?
Yeah, so FAQs, they capture real user language. They increase coverage for edge cases. They prevent, well, support tickets, and they boost AI confidence because they're asking the same questions that users ask and giving the direct answer to that question. They're just wildly important. I mean, your main documentation, like the articles need to cover, say, 80% of the core use case. And then the FAQs, again, tend to be more for those edge cases.
Yep. And to reemphasize, take the exact way you're being asked the question and write it as the question. And then in the response, rewrite the question.
I also want to point out that, and Rob, you can clarify, but systems like Intercom, which is what Finn lives on, Finn is the Intercom AI bot that they have. Intercom tells you and Finn tell you what your most asked questions are, and they actually line out all the different ways people ask the question. On top of that, they will also tell you the degree to, like, if you're really struggling to help people with login issues based on your AI or your knowledge base, it'll call that out for you. So this doesn't all have to be done in your head, right? This can be usually the softwares. Like if you're using Fin, we already know it'll do it, but other chatbots will do this as well on the support side of actually telling you where you need to improve. So it doesn't have to all be within your imagination.
Yep. And we think facts are so important that we put facts at the end with nested within every core subject in our knowledge base. So there's main facts and there's frequently asked questions about every single integration, right? So questions are what people are asking in support. Questions are what you are hiring these agents to answer. The more questions you can have documented, related to different categories in your knowledge base, the more ability your AI is going to have to give a precise answer that is correct to the question that is being asked. Facts, 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 baby.
And might even prevent support tickets, right?
Yeah,
Having great facts, which is
exactly.
great. All right, troubleshooting. Let's get into that. Troubleshooting, usually a user is working through an actual problem, right? And they need to kind of go through step by step. Some bots are trying to resolve something as quickly as possible. Maybe in the realm of troubleshooting, they actually need to walk through them step by step. So, how do we handle troubleshooting?
Yeah, so the way we're handling troubleshooting, it depends on the subject. But we've got some core troubleshooting docs. We've got three or four that are common issues that users might face in general, login, no collection, etc. But then there's also troubleshooting that's specific to script installation. There's documents that give how to troubleshoot specific errors that you get using our script validation tool. So when you run the validator, it will check the script install, and depending on what it finds, it will show a certain message on the screen. And the documentation for those error messages will teach the user exactly how to resolve that specific issue and what might be the cause. Um, so ultimately, it's their step-by-step guides to common problems. So when somebody faces problem A, it gives them, it addresses problem A and then gives them the step-by-step guide on how to resolve that and what to look for and the various nuances of each of those problems. So like, again, that no collection troubleshooting one, there could be a handful of reasons, depending on, is it no collection period? You haven't collected anything on your site. Is your account offline? Did you reach your cap? Is your trial over? Is your script still installed? Um, those are really common questions, and we try and troubleshoot through a lot of that stuff.
And in my opinion, when you observe the AI doing troubleshooting with a user, it's one of the most magical things that to watch, because for some reason, this is something, at least in my mind, it's so closely linked to a support rep helping someone out. Like in our B2B's case, I put the script on and it's not working. Like Finn, in almost every case, without Rob, can get their script activated. Unbelievable. Right? So like I think there's there is that version of everyone's app. So have a troubleshooting section specifically for that, right? Because people respond well to lists, like they'll work with it, like, you know.
I think the list too, Rob, does the list help the bot can like understand? I mean, one, I think this article is no collection one is sort of written in the uh it's written like in order from what's the kind of the most common problem to be happening under the umbrella of no collection, and then you very clearly line out the solution. The bot knows to that that's the solution, and just the way it's organized, I can see how that lends itself to like someone going through a troubleshoot. I mean, a troubleshooting is just a list. Is it X? Is it Y? Is it Z? And you keep going until you find what the thing is. So I feel like you wrote with that in mind.
Yeah, I definitely did. It's really, they're kind of ordered in the more likely the cause.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, to least likely.